Welcome back, everyone, to the GGBL Gold Series underway. Season 7, it's another rematch. You guys remember last year was a rematch from season number 1 of our GGBL video series. We had Washington against Richmond. Richmond finally finding a way to get it done, getting that monkey off their back. We'll see if they can do it again to go back-to-back. First time that we've ever seen it in the video series, a team going back-to-back, or in this sense be a two-time champion, which we have not yet seen in this GGBL video series. So we got Rico Ramos Jr. against Lorenzo Zanetti, both left-handed aces of their respective staffs. So far, so good here for the good boys. They've got 2 runners on, 2 straight walks, and then Kingston Mondesir batting in the 3-hole strikes out. First K there for Ramos Jr. 2-2 pitch here to Benny Blanco. He's going to swing on through the 99-mile-an-hour fastball, low and inside. Very tough pitch to handle. 3-2 pitch here to Samuel Wilson, and he takes that one, staring it down. Ramos Jr. strikes out all 3 outs of the first inning. Richmond can't cash in. They had a good opportunity to do so, but Richmond is as Richmond does, right? They seem to always find a way to do something just like that. Colton Cannon's going to get a base hit here with 1 down off the slurve. That's a really bread and butter pitch there for Lorenzo Zanetti. He's going to toss up a cut fastball there to Kevin Stoitz. Risky pitch there to that right-handed batter. Angelo Ruth, that is a line drive on 3-0. He's going all the way to the wall, should score 2. Mondesir gets the throw back in. Mejia checks it back to second base. Angelo Ruth is in with a 2 RBI double. A 2-out 2 RBI double. 2s are wild. It's 2-0 game here. Chucky Storm grounding out there to Scott Gonzalez, and that is the end of the first inning. Phoenix taking the 2-0 lead. However, on a 1-0 pitch, Andrew Doby, solo shot. No cheapie here in the Burnside Dome. 440 on the tape measure. Beautiful, beautiful swing there by the power-hitting first baseman. How about this little ground ball here with a man at third base? You gotta turn 2 or else that run does score. Nice job by Benny Blanco and Domingo Mejia, I believe that was. Nope, maybe. Nope, that was Scotty Gonzalez over there at second base. Nice job. Around the horn they go for a double play. Ramos Jr. striking out Mondesir yet again. That's 2 strikeouts now for Kingston. Can't seem to figure him out. How about another double play ball? 1 down, and then Stoitz was not even halfway down the line by the time that the good boys were able to turn 2. We'll see it one more time. Maybe he was a little bit halfway. Maybe not. Maybe not. Not even past the pitcher's mound. Wow. Beautiful pitch there by Ramos Jr. striking out Julian Cavedo for the 3rd and final out of the inning. Let's jump to the bottom of the 4th, and what a play out there in center field by Kingston Mondesir. We'll get a Google StatCast review on that one. 99.7% route efficiency. I don't even know how he could have taken a better route to that baseball. Maybe just a better jump? I'm not sure. It was a great play. How about this play by Mejia back over to second base for the 3rd out of the 4th inning. Great defense by the good boys here in the bottom of the 4th. Let's go to the top of the 5th inning. We've got Hannibal Lobo. Can't handle the bunt attempt by Rusty Perry. And that's one way to figure out Rico Ramos Jr. Try to get those defenders on the move and get them freaked out just a little bit. Throw them off their game. Domingo Mejia in this tough spot. Lefty-lefty, and he's going to strike out on the circle change. Ramos Jr. just has a lot of weapons at his disposal. 10 strikeouts now against the good boys hitters. That's a gem, but he's got to limit the damage. Good boys, they can definitely hit the timely hit, right? Get some runs up on the board, 2-run shot, make it 3-2, right? Scott Gonzalez takes that pitch. Chuck Storm can't throw out the runner. Here's a little tapper in front of Storm with 1 out. Nice play by the big man, the big catcher, able to make an athletic play down the line, getting the 2nd out. How about a stolen base attempt to third base, and Rusty Perry is absolutely gunned down. So he says, you know what? You didn't get me out at second. I'm going to try my luck over here at third base. Chuck Storm gets the last laugh. How about bottom of the 5th inning? Runner at second base, and Colton Cannon grounds out to Scotty Gonzalez. Nice play at second base. Let's now jump to the top of the 6th. Kingston Mondesir is struck out twice against Ramos Jr., but he gets some revenge. He ties the ball game up with a solo home run that just stayed fair. Snuck right inside the foul pole, and I don't think Kingston Mondesir, I know, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, that is the home run celebration, but we're going to play into it a little bit here. He was running out of the box full steam ahead. He didn't think that he got all of it. He didn't think it went over the wall, and he was sprinting. He was going hard 90, hard 180, hard 360, all the way to third base. And so by the time he realized it was a solo shot. But it's a 2-2 game now. And after this base hit by Samuel Wilson, that is going to do it for Ramos Jr. 10 strikeouts for Rico. He had himself a game, but now it's going to be up to the Phoenix Firebirds bullpen here. 2-2 pitch, going to get Andrew Doby. And that is going to do it for the 6th inning. Good boys at least get one more run tacked on to tie the ball game up. Now, take a look at this play. Look at how much curvature that baseball had off the bat. Quevedo had that lined up perfectly. So we're going to head up now to the bottom of the 7th with Parker Kelly coming on. And in a 2-0 pitch, Diego Jimenez breaks the tie with a solo shot. 408 on the distance. Again, no cheapies. Anything over 400 in this ballpark, no cheapies. Because everything is like a little, it's like a high school field, almost like a minor league field. In some cases, like 340. I've seen some 340-foot home runs, 350. It's just a short porch everywhere you go. Left field, right field, everywhere. So we're going to jump to the top of the 8th. Benny Blanco, base hit right here. 0-1 pitch to Samuel Wilson in a 1-run deficit. That's a base hit right past Lobo. Here comes the runner. They're going to score. Good boys will tie it up yet again. They have a flair for the dramatic in this ball game. It's insane. Kevin Davidson going to now be called upon to finish this inning off. Get these guys out. Joey Singer will be the pinch runner at first base. 1-0 pitch here to Doby. That's a line drive, but going to be caught by Angelo Ruth. Nice play out there by the big man in right field. All right, Max Pryor has not allowed a single run in 11 1/3 innings pitched. He's been money. He's been automatic, but he's now going to have to face off against Kevin Stoitz with 2 outs. He got the first 2 hitters out. Stoitz, ground ball. They've been able to shut him down all game long, and that's a bat that you got to limit. And they've done exactly that. He grounds out there to shortstop. We're going to jump here to the top of the 9th. Davidson's still out there. He's going to walk Rusty Perry with 1 down. That could be important, because now you got Domingo Mejia up, and that is a base hit right past Colton Cannon, the shortstop. And you know what? They had the hit and run on. Rusty Perry was running on the pitch. He was stealing. Colton Cannon was trying to cover the bag, but instead it was a line drive right past him. And now you get Gonzalez here off the wall going opposite field approach. Richmond will score 1. They break the tie. It is 4-3, good boys, with 1 down, and Benito Rosado now coming on. Only in 3 games in the postseason, 2 1/3 innings pitched, and he has not been very good. And it's going to happen here yet again. An RBI for Boucher. He's going to beat this one out. Lobo can't make the play. He can't corral it. It's 5-3. 3-1 pitch right here to Mondesir. They're going to go to second, trying to get at least 1 runner out of scoring position. But that's going to at least move the runner here to third base. And Benny Blanco does strike out on a breaking pitch there by Rosado. But the good boys' damage has been done. Firebirds, they get 5, 6, and 7 now. Not necessarily the heart of the order, but it's a really good hitting couple of hitters right here in the middle of this lineup. So now they got to get Skarsgård, who has been shaky at times. Moya misses it, corrals it, but he can't get the slow-running Angelo Ruth. We'll take one more look at it here, right in front of the plate. We'll take one more look at it right there, just completely whiffed. I think it was on its down slope as soon as Moya tried to grab it. He just didn't time it up. However, you do get a K. Skarsgård shutting down Chucky Storm right here. How about a ground ball double play? Here's a ground ball, but right through the hole. Lobo gets a base hit. Now 2 runners on. The winning run is at the dish. Great approach. by Lobo, able to move everybody up 90 feet. 1-2 pitch here to Jimenez. Got him. Looking. Jimenez had that home run earlier in the game. Now we got Drago. Swung on and miss. Slide piece by Skarsgård. The good boys will take game number 1 of the Gold Series here in Season 7. Zanetti pitched. He pitched well. He pitched well. I'm going to say he pitched well. There were some moments there that I thought he could have limited the damage, but you know what? I'm going to take that performance all day long. It's the Firebirds, okay? They got a really, really stacked lineup. That pitching staff is really good, too. They got guys in the bullpen who should be starters. They're insane. So I do simulate game number 2. You see that 12-2 victory for Phoenix. For whatever reason in this replay here, I'm not showing you the box score, but it's 12-2 victory for Phoenix. You guys know I simulate game 2 all the time. So it's a tied-up series, 1-1. I simulate this one. Phoenix is now up 2-1 thanks to Spencer Clark's start. He actually pitched very, very well. And the good boys just, they couldn't muster up enough offense, looks like here. Boucher had a home run, which is kind of crazy. You know, this is not a guy that hits a lot of homers. Van Montgomery went 5, gave up 3 earned runs. So it wasn't necessarily the best start in the world. But again, I take that type of performance against Phoenix. The bullpen just let Richmond down. Now, Richmond does get a walk-off victory here in game number 4. So the series is now tied. And I think by looking at the box score here, it does look like it is a walk-off home run by Julian Quevedo. So that's awesome. Way to get the momentum back here for game number 5. And as you guys know, in 2-2, so now the series is tied again. We have to simulate, we have to break the tie. So I'm looking at the available pitchers. What's our next best play here for Richmond? It looks like it's going to have to be Darren Kern, and then on the other side, it looks like it was Neto Montoya. I feel like Phoenix would do that, but Richmond does get the victory. For whatever reason, Darren Kern, Rich Norman, these types of dudes, they always seem to sim well. It's crazy. I never trust these dudes because their overall isn't as great. I would have rather have gone Zanetti in that sense, but we went with Kern. We took a risk there, and it paid off. And in fact, Richmond's offense was all predicated on the home run ball. Mejia, Blanco, and Quevedo all with home runs. 7-5 victory there. Good stuff if you're a Good Boys fan, because we're up 3-2, everybody. Which means the next time that I see you all will be Memorial Day, which will be tomorrow night, actually. So when all the festivities are done, when all your family time is all completed, at least mine is, we're going to get game number 6. We're going to get a rematch between the two lefties that we just saw here tonight. Ramos Jr. against Lorenzo Zanetti for game number 6. It will be up to Ramos Jr. to see if he can extend this series, force it to a game 7. It will be played in the Burnside Dome if he can get it done, which I think is probably the advantage over to Phoenix, right? You would think. So we'll see if Zanetti can finish it off, win the GGBL championship yet again, win the Gold Series for Richmond back-to-back seasons, or we'll see if Ramos Jr. can stave off elimination, push it to a game 7, and we'll see where the chips fall where they may. Who's going to start those games? We'll have to see the chaos on Monday night. And we will definitely, if there is a game 7, get game 7 as well in the next video. So guys, leave a like if you like this thing. Let me know your thoughts about the games that you saw here, plus the Sims. What do you think is going to happen here in the next video tomorrow night? And I will see you in the next one. As always, thank you so much for watching, and peace.